Hello, my favorite squirrely and girly pops. In today's video, for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, I am a girly pop. No, actually, I'm not. I'm a Karina pop. In today's video, we are going to be talking about some very interesting tea on Amber's girlfriend Tommy and Amberlynn posting old content from October. Does the fun ever start? In Fair Verona, where we lay our scene, I have to tell you something. My most favorite, most entertaining YouTuber, Amberlynn Reid. Amberlynn Reid is the most popular girl in school. Like, she is the most popular YouTuber. Everybody loves this girl. Like, she has the best YouTube channel. She has finally graced us with her presence of posting a 6-minute masterpiece. I Kermit you not. This woman is posting content from October of herself in spirit of Halloween, and I could not be more happy. Amberlynn, sweetie, you are the most fabulous YouTuber ever. I mean, honestly, it's really, you show him how it's done. That's right, girl. You go and post content from the old days of October. Everybody, I would like to post my new video.
Amberlynn did not shower.
I stand corrected. My new video filmed in 2018. Jacqueline Hill has new lipstick. So what that I posted 6 years later? It's okay. Amber, why do you think it's okay to treat your audience that way and post clips from months ago? This is Vlogmas. Sweetheart, if you don't want to participate in Vlogmas, then don't. Now listen. You see this Kermit? I would never leave the door open and let him be alone in the snow like some people did to their cats. So, you know what? Have you ever asked yourself this question? Do I want to buy a Kermit? Have I seen this Kermit and do I want to buy it? Now you can. This is my affiliate link. Please use my link if you would like to purchase yourself a Kermit. And if you don't want to, well, then don't. But the point is, if you've been thinking a lot about, like watching my videos, you're like, this weird person has Kermits. Meaning me, I'm the weird person. I would like to buy a Kermit as well. Well, then now you can. Please let me know if it ships and when it's shipping so I could be excited for you. All right, everything I'm saying, if you could not tell already by this ridiculous intro, is for entertainment purposes only. I'm sharing my opinions, not facts. Please don't go to these people's channels and leave them mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. I'm commenting on publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures, entertainment purposes only. Please don't take anything I say seriously. Amberlynn out here talking about aliens. I'm going to do a plea to my family at my planet. Please take me home so I don't have to make these videos. Rinse, lather, delulu. Okay, so let's talk about some Amber's girlfriend tea. So Amber's girlfriend posted a video on her channel when she was 19 years old and some girls found it. The video has been unearthed and basically it's like a few minute video, very short, and basically she says her real name. She talks about how she's lived in Wisconsin all her life and she wants to get out. You didn't get out so far. And the fact that like the girls found like an old video that Amber's girlfriend posted when she was 19 is totally irrelevant because when YouTube first started and you couldn't get paid at it and nobody knew what YouTube was, people were just doing it for fun and everybody records silly little videos. I don't think that in and of itself is anything special. What is interesting, though, the interesting info that I personally see in this video is that she says that she wants to be a YouTube sensation, which I find very interesting. Now, look, this could have been a flippant comment that didn't mean much, or she didn't know what to say at 19. What does a 19-year-old know about life, like a full lived life when they haven't lived it, right? It's not a big deal. People say stuff when they're young, it's not a big deal. However, I think there's something to be said for that. Like, you know, I mean, I was not 19 when I made my first YouTube video, but I also didn't think that I was going to be a YouTube sensation, and I certainly didn't say that. I wasn't even thinking that. It's interesting that she said that, and now she's dating Anne Boleyn, and now she's become, like, infamous on the internet, famous on the internet, whatever you want to say. So this video resurfaced, and I'm just trying to say, how did Anne Boleyn actually truly believe that no one was going to ever find out who your girlfriend Tommy is? Like, seriously, you made up a fake name for her and you thought that no one was going to ever find out. So, this is why I always say that Amber tries to change the narrative. This is why I always say that Amberlynn tries to just straight out lie and make up stories that aren't true. You know, the biggest mistake that Amberlynn ever made was have this girl go on camera with her, because all she had to do was never show her like wifey, and things would have been more peaceful and quiet. And I'm sure the relationship would have lasted a much more longer time than this relationship will last. That's just my opinion. My point here is this: very interesting that Amber's girlfriend is like, oh yeah, I want to be like a YouTube sensation. Maybe she wanted to be with somebody who was, a YouTube sensation themselves. And obviously, Amberlynn Reid is the most popular girl in school. We all know it, right? So Amber is infamous on the internet. She's well known to a niche of people, a group of people that are very into like what she posts on YouTube, because she just posts the best videos. Everybody knows that. But it's very interesting that, by the way, do you remember when I told you in my other video, it was also about foodie beauty. At the very end of the video, if anybody heard it, I said it is very important what you say out loud. It is very important what you think, but it's really important what you say out loud, right? So Amber's girlfriend at 19 wanted to be a YouTube sensation. Now she's dating one. Well, wishful thinking, right? So at the end of the day, did Amber's girlfriend over here did she really, really, really want to date somebody YouTube famous? That's a good question that somebody could ask her. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. And the world breathes a collective sigh of relief that Amberlynn was again wrong about thinking that her intelligent audience wouldn't find people that, blast their regular names, real names on the internet and make YouTube videos. Rinse, lather, here we are again with a Kermit. Okay, so I want to talk to you about something that I consider really important. I want you to think about what I'm going to say, and then leave it in the comments down below. What do you think about this? Okay. Amberlynn had to do a bunch of stuff in her girlfriend's house that she never had to do. When somebody says that they have to wake up, they need 30 minutes to themselves, and then they let out the dogs, and they have a lot of contempt for that. It's odd, right? When Amberlynn already had a dog before she met her girlfriend and clearly took her out, right? Never seen that contempt before for Twinkie. That's odd, unusual. You see that little picture we have of her with the leaf blower? My point here is this. She, in my opinion, had to do a lot of chores in her girlfriend's house that she never had to do before. It's obvious that Beck and Wifey took care of Twinkie and took her out all the time. It's obvious that Amberlynn did not take Twinkie out as soon as she woke up, because that contempt that you could feel in her videos when she discussed letting the dogs out at her girlfriend's house is completely missing. It doesn't exist in her basic videos before Tommy, when she supposedly went walking with Twinkie beforehand. Because she never let Twinkie out early in the morning. I guarantee that. That's my opinion. And it wasn't a big deal. Her mommy did it, Wifey did it, Beck did it. Okay, follow me along here. Amberlynn had a bunch of chores that, in my opinion, and a bunch of responsibilities that, in my opinion, she never had before and didn't want to do them. Sure, she went out with Twinkie, but it was at her leisure. Here, she had to let the dogs out in the morning, okay? First thing in the morning. Now, I also don't think that she did these responsibilities and had these responsibilities or did these chores before. Like, for example, when she was living with Eric and Ricky, Beck did everything. So, just keep this in mind. Amberlynn moves, okay, temporarily. It was a lengthy stay, she says, but I did not move, right? I went to visit my girlfriend. Now I'm going back to Oklahoma. It was a lengthy stay, she claims. She took her pets on this lengthy stay. Okay. All right. Everybody told her, do not take your pets. This is a bad idea. Elderly pets, long distances, bad idea. She said, no, I'm an amazing fur parent. Amazing. She said, I'm an amazing parent to animals. No, if I didn't take them, people would say, how could you leave them behind? I have to be with them, blah, 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 blah. Now she literally left, or is leaving, but more than likely already left Wisconsin without Rarity after losing her precious cat Rarity. She's never going to find her. I don't believe, like, this is just my personal opinion. It would be great if Rarity was already adopted, but it's possible that it's something else, something far more worse. So you're leaving your girlfriend's house with the pets that you claimed that you had to take on on a visit without Rarity. You lost Rarity. there, and you're never going to get her back. It's obvious, okay? You dare leave a state that you left your cat in? Why did you do all this? Now, stay with me here. Amberlynn says that it was just a lengthy stay and it was a big visit that she did with her girlfriend. She's going back home. But if it was really a visit in her mind, trust me, this is all going to connect in a minute. If this was really a visit in her mind, right? And she was just visiting, she could have just left her animals, especially her cats, okay, with her mother. I think that she believed that she was going to go for a lengthy stay, go for a visit, and never leave, and stay permanently with Tommy, like she did to Beck, like she did to Casey, like, she had wifey come visit her and never leave. She's done this before. She likes to move in under the heading of, I'm just visiting, and never leave. So I believe, my opinion is, she always believed that she was going to permanently stay at her girlfriend's house, that she was going to have a little stay there, the visit would turn into a move. That's why she took her pets. There is nobody here that can convince me that she didn't have intentions of permanently living with Tommy and staying there. See how negligent she is with her pets, losing pets repeatedly. Gracie, Rarity. I think if she genuinely believed that this was just a visit, she would have left the animals with her mom. She knew that she wanted to manipulate her way in from a visit to staying permanently. Why did I mention her doing the chores? I think that while living there, I have not seen her more miserable ever before. She was happier when single. She was happier when having that relationship with Valentine in her head. She was happier in Oklahoma with her mom. I've never seen her this upset since starting to live with Tommy, and since just being in this relationship. I think one of the things, in my opinion, that made her so miserable is the chores that she had to do. She never had anybody saying, okay, well, you got to take out the dogs. Okay, you got to blow the leaves. The point of showing you that she had all these responsibilities and chores is to show you that she, despite being miserable with that, in my opinion, she still tried to stay and couldn't get an extended stay. And on top of that, maybe that's why she doesn't want, there's got to be, like, she's trying to live with Tommy, but there's got to be a part of her that also doesn't like it. There's no way she likes the chores. So maybe she got a glimpse of what it would be like living with Tommy in the future. You'd have to do chores, girl. And maybe that's another thing that played into her not moving in with Tommy. Okay, you got it. That's why I showed you that picture in the beginning. The point is, my feeling on this, she's never going to admit to it, is she had a bunch of chores and responsibilities that she would not have had at home, and never, in my opinion, never had any of these responsibilities and chores with her other girlfriends. And that is because Beck did everything for her and Wifey did a lot of things. Whereas Beck, Amber demanded, Beck didn't work outside the home, and Wifey worked at a remote job. So she was available at home to like help out and do things for Twinkie. Whereas this person leaves the house for work, and Amber is stuck with a lot of responsibilities and chores she didn't like. I don't think she liked that. My feeling from watching the videos, the contempt that she displayed for, oh, I need 30 minutes in the morning and then I have to let the dogs out. I've never seen her say that ever, ever. She never said, I need a few minutes to myself, because this is a new thing. My point is, there's things, in my opinion, she did not care for living there because she had all new things that she had to do. And you understand, she probably couldn't say no, but she didn't like doing them because, she was home all day, not filming, not working. Like, if she had the excuse for her girlfriend, like, hey, I understand that you work outside the home, but I also work inside the home. And also, newsflash, when you live with somebody, you usually, not all the time, but you do divide the responsibilities and chores. Not all the time, but you often do. So Amberlynn always had all her girlfriends do all her responsibilities, do all her chores for her. And Mommy, guarantee you, helped with everything. You saw how much Mommy helped. She was living by herself. Also, the important thing here is when she was living by herself in Oklahoma, nobody could tell her no. Nobody could tell her to do stuff when she didn't want to. Here, it's different. You got to trust me on one thing. When you live with somebody, it is a totally different experience than when you live by yourself. okay? Because you can clean your own house and do your own responsibilities and chores when you feel like it, when you live alone. That's the perks of living alone. When you live with someone, it's not so easy, okay? So, my opinion is she never thought that it was going to be a lengthy stay. She thought that she could make a visit into a move, and then she lost the cat, and this was something else. I think throughout this entire process, she still tried to stay there. My point in bringing this up, like how, she used the cat. Oh, I can't leave yet. My cat is in here. But eventually you had to go. Why didn't these two people move in together? Why? I will keep repeating this, so you don't have to tell me that I'm repeating this. I will repeat this forever. Why didn't Amber get an apartment in Wisconsin? It's because this soft, gentle love relationship is not what she is trying to make it out to be. Think about it. If she was really going on a visit, why couldn't you just leave your animals? And don't tell me that you love them so much. You lost them so much every time you lose a pet. All of this to say that even though Amberlynn had a bunch of things that, in my opinion, she didn't care for about living in this house, she still tried to stay. Even though she didn't want to do the chores, even though she had a lot of contempt, she still tried to stay. Tried to use the cat to stay, tried to use I like you so much, Tommy, to stay, and she still had to go home. If this doesn't explain to you that where the relationship is headed, nothing will. Let's talk about this video, this 6-minute video. She starts the video off talking about how much she showers, recommending a deodorant.
Amberlynn did not shower.
So here's the thing. If you know those men like that continuously talk about things that are like not happening in their lives, and the more they say something is happening, it's not, okay? Or like teenagers, like, in high school that are like bragging about something happening when it's not. This is the same thing. The majority of your exes have said that this is not happening. And even if it is, even if you are showering, I don't know a single vlogger continuously telling us that they shower. I don't care if she showers or not. I don't have to be around her, honey. Don't shower, do whatever you want. But it's obvious that this is a continuous, in your face, you know, thing where she's just gonna throw it in her audience's face. Yes, I showered, and here's the deodorant I use. Nothing is gonna change. We know the tea. She then says, how about them aliens?
I just need you to sign here.
Yeah, right. People from other planets. Why have they not taken me for making these videos and finally taking me home to my home planet? Like, you know what she said? It's like when people say, how about them Yankees? How about them Red Sox? Whatever. Name your baseball team here. How about the weather? Like, when you have absolutely nothing at all whatsoever to talk about in your video and you have to make stuff up? That's her. You could see that she has nothing to add to the discussions of aliens or anything like that, or people from other planets. She's just putting it out there because she has nothing to say and she doesn't want to film this. I'm going to say this again. We can all see, it's super, super, super palpable how badly you don't want to make these videos. Then don't. Leave YouTube. Take another break. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. We will all be fine. Now, after this, she needs to write off her KFC meal. She shows that she ordered some like food from KFC. She says that she like whatever, something about a chicken bone, that she doesn't like this type of chicken, so she's getting this other type of chicken. This is all irrelevant. I'm not going to comment on her food. She's only showing you that because she's desperate to write it off on her taxes. And I understand whenever I say this, people are always in the comments saying you're not allowed to write off absolutely everything. If you were going to do this anyways, guarantee she was going to have lunch, whether or not she had a YouTube channel. She shouldn't be writing this off on her taxes. I think that she is disingenuous when it comes to her taxes. That is my personal opinion, not a fact, okay? And let's not forget, she used to talk about doing her taxes all the time. But when I started saying that I'm onto her, I know what she's doing. I know why she's showing stuff. Like, she shows her food. She gets criticized for showing her food. She does it anyways because she has to write it off on her taxes. As soon as I started bringing this up, notice how she fully stopped talking about doing her taxes. Like, I'm sure she does them, but what I'm saying is, as soon as I started calling her out, I knew I was on to her. She totally ceased communicating about doing her taxes. Okay, so she literally only had 3 minutes of original new content in this video. And at 3 minutes in, she goes, okay, now I'm going to show you all of these old clips that I never showed you. And I Kermit you not, this woman shows footage from October and being in Spirit of Halloween. Do you not have any shame? Like, I was going to give her credit originally. And I was going to say, you know what? At least she was straight out. She was honest with you. She told you they're old clips. They're not current. Okay. Only then I thought about it and decided to not do that. And here's why I can't even give her credit for being honest. For once, she was honest, and I can't even give her credit. She knew that it would be blatant and obvious that the clips were old because Spirit of Halloween, like obviously most people go there September, October. They're not going to go there November, December. Never mind that I believe those stores like close, physically close. I think online it's all year long. But she knew people were going to understand that they were very old clips, so she had to be honest and introduce them as such. So she only had 3 minutes of original content, and then the rest was clips that she chose not to post from October and September. How disingenuous is that? I understand that people pre-record videos when they're busy at work with their families, when they're having surgery. You're literally doing nothing. And then incredibly condescendingly, is that a real word? In a condescending way, this is a vocabulary channel. At the end of this whopping 6 minutes, she says this: I've been very busy. I'm very busy. Maybe I'll try to film something later for you. Like, why are you posting content from October? Listen, we know that you don't want to film videos. You know you have a terrible relationship with your audience. You're just throwing whatever sticks at the wall. Like, she's literally like, okay. Who remembers me saying that her editing process and the way that she makes videos is like this? She finds old clips. I did say this in one of my videos. She finds all the old clips in her videos, puts them into iMovie, and then just makes it a video. That is not video editing. And by the way, I would never come for anyone about editing because I don't care. But she has a whole Instagram story which she says it takes her hours to edit, hours to upload. This is not true. Stop misleading your audience. She only had 3 minutes of original content, and then she posted content that she never even posted. Some old throwaway clips of her at Spirit of Halloween in October. And this is supposed to be original content for a vlogger. This is my opinion. If you don't want to post videos, honey, my advice to you, take some time off. You can leave any minute now. It's wild to literally have that little respect for your audience to say, okay, now I'm going to post really old content. Here it is from October at Spirit of Halloween. Like, how do you expect to ever rebuild your relationship with your audience with posting old crap like that? Like, I think Spirit of Halloween is amazing, but like, imagine, guys, I have all new content. Guess what? There was drama between Kat Von D. Oh, oops, that was in 2016. I think I'm gonna post it in 2024. Amberlynn, stop posting old content. Since we know that she is already home in Oklahoma, more than likely, my personal opinion is that it isn't right and not genuine behavior to post older content, right? Continuously post videos from October, from like a month ago as well, all pre-recorded while you don't tell your audience that you are back home. And I'm going to tell you why this is important. It's not because I care what she's doing. I don't care to know. I don't want to know. It doesn't actually matter to me personally. I want to tell you why it's disingenuous. She continuously complains that she has a bad relationship with her audience. I'm not talking about reaction channels. I'm talking about, you know, the people that pay her bill most of the time. Bills are like, mainly her audience. What's going on is you claim that you are vlogging your life and, you're never lying. People accuse you of lying, but you're not lying. But all you do is mislead people and muddy the waters and muddy the narrative. Like, you make the narrative so unclear that no one knows what's going on. That is the point. This content is old and not genuine because you should have been honest with your audience and said that you were already home. Now, one more very important point. Some of you are saying that, oh my God, you know that plane picture that, like Tommy posted was already in Oklahoma and Tommy drove her there and then took a plane home. Let's say that happened and you're right. That's great. That's wonderful. And Amberlynn did not fly home. Okay. Okay. You could be totally right. Let's say you're probably right. Okay. This doesn't change the idea that this relationship, in my opinion, is not going anywhere good. Let's just say that Tommy still drove her. Okay, fine. Tommy drove her for 20 hours and then took a plane home. Cool. Okay. I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to keep asking you this question until the moment that they break up, and then the question will not need to be asked. It'll cease to have its importance because the final result will be achieved. Why didn't Amberlynn Reid, since she found this soft, gentle love with Tommy, why didn't she rent an apartment in Wisconsin, since they obviously do not want to move in together permanently? Why didn't she just rent an apartment next to Tommy's house and Tommy's neighborhood, and they could just be in a relationship, live in the same state, see each other all the time? Or why didn't Tommy move to Oklahoma? I know why Tommy didn't move to Oklahoma. That was a rhetorical question. Tommy got other responsibilities. But the point I'm trying to make is, and the point I've been making in my last few videos is, the general idea is, I don't think this is a soft, gentle love. I don't think this relationship would last. And it's beyond common sense with the obvious that there's a common denominator in all these relationships. But further than that, Amber always gets her girlfriends to move in. She couldn't get this one to move in with her, even though she moved herself right in and even stayed longer because she lost her cat by accident, right? But at the same time, she still couldn't get this woman to agree to move in. This is beyond a red flag. Now, please don't get me wrong, as I've said in my other videos. I don't think it's a good idea to move in right away. But Amber always gets all of these girly pops, girlies, to move in with her, except for this person. This person won't move in with her that we see. Amber gotta go home, gotta go sometime. It was all fun while it lasted. And Amber won't get an apartment in Tommy's state. This is beyond a red flag. There's something wrong in this relationship. If Amberlynn got all of these girly pops to move in with her, but she can't get this girl to move in with her, she had to go home. Come on, won't even get an apartment. That's the biggest red flag. This relationship, there's a timer on it. It will end at some point, my opinion. Okay, so today I saw a comment on one of my videos where somebody asked me, what is my opinion on Amberlynn calling Tommy Tommy? What do I think about her calling her girlfriend Tommy? Look, this is just what I think. Amberlynn believes she is smarter than everybody else. That is my opinion. And she literally, or she would say literally, believed that she would put a person on the internet. The person would show their face on the internet. And Girl World, the detectives of the real FBI squirrel unit, people that literally can find anything on Kiwi Farms and all that. Like, these people were never going to find out who this woman is. This is how Amberlynn believes that she is, and this is why Amberlynn believes that she is smarter than everybody else. If Amberlynn understood even a portion of what she needs to understand, she would never do that. So she's calling her Tommy for two reasons. She believed she was smarter than her audience. She believed that nobody would find her real identity. And she doesn't want people to know people's identity, who she associates with. And I don't care. I don't care what Amber says. I believe that deep down inside, she genuinely is getting feedback from people in her life that they are embarrassed to be on her channel. That's my opinion. It's not a fact. Now, Amber believes she's the smartest girl in the room. She actually thought that no one was going to find out Tommy's identity, right? And that's fine that you are that, and I don't even know what is the word here, Delulu? Like, come on now. She believes that she's smarter than everyone, and she's like, oh yeah, no one's gonna find out the identity. After she doxed Wifey, everyone found out the identity, right? And people were asking Wifey certain questions, like what college did she go to, like whatever, like what sports she played in college, for a reason. Amberlynn learned nothing from her audience, which is why she is doomed to repeat all of her past mistakes over and over again. Yeah, she always thinks she's smarter than everybody else. And the reason why she continues to call her Tommy, even though everybody knows her real name at this point, is because she knows that there is a section of her audience that doesn't listen to reaction channels, has no idea what's really going on, the people that support her, and those people will continue to think this woman's name is Tommy. That's it. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for watching. This is the end of this video. Can you comment in the comments down below what you do at the end of this video? Do you like go and like massively party after you finish watching these videos? Do you go back to like cleaning your house? Do you go back to like work or schoolwork or buying Kermits? I'm just trying to find out what you're doing after this video. You can leave it in the dislikes or in the comments down below. All right, the end of the video. Thank you so very much for watching today. I genuinely appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed today's video, Please check out this other video that's popping up here. You may enjoy it. You may not enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, go and leave it a dislike. Be a friend. Okay, see you next time. Bye.